Turn your living room into a joyful, hands-free playroom with CoComelon Sing and Play with JJ. Your child sings, moves, and learns right alongside JJ and friends, all on the big screen. It's designed thoughtfully to spark speech, rhythm, and coordination through songs and active play. Try an ad-free, safe, and interactive way to make screen time part of their learning and growth. Parents love how easy it is, voice-controlled and frustration-free. Kids love every moment of singing, laughing, and playing along. It's fun for them, and it's feel-good for you. Available now in the Volley app on your smart TV. Just search Volley in your TV's app store and start your free trial of CoComelon Sing and Play with JJ today. That's CoComelon Sing and Play with JJ, available now in the Volley app on your smart TV. Search Volley and start your free trial today.
Volley.
When you run a business, there are a lot of boxes to check.
Let's see. Payroll? Check. Inventory? Check. Insurance?
Well, Good Thing Simply Business makes getting small business insurance fast and easy. Just answer a few questions, review your quotes, and get covered in under 10 minutes, all online. It's that simple. Check insurance off your list at simplybusiness.com.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily. Video games aren't to blame, by Jenny Lee of HelloBrio.com. It's Sunday. The boys disappeared a while ago. It turns out they've been entertaining each other for hours. We just noticed. Today is the first day in 3.5 years that we caught a break without sending them off to the paid village of childcare land. Is this a new chapter for us? So the boys are in the basement, playing together. Well, they're playing Minecraft together, not the most widely approved parenting tactic out there. We're doing our best. The TV is in the basement by design. In our first house, we put our sole TV in the finished basement, hoping the hordes of visiting cousins would hang out downstairs, leaving the adults on the main level to talk about adult things without interruption or the risk of poisoning tiny ears. In most adult conversations, though, we end up talking about our kids. Anyway, we created the same TV arrangement in our current house. Moving into a much smaller house with an unfinished basement, we prioritized finishing it above our Pepto-Bismol pink bathrooms and Formica countertops, because adult conversations. After a 2-week contractor project that stretched into 3 months of terribleness, it was done. The guiding light through the excruciating process was being able to banish the kids to a comfortable room with clean, freshly painted drywall and dimmable lighting, after all. So, today the boys are down there. Chortles of laughter float up the stairs. I hear gentle guidance from Beans to Ziggy on which buttons to mash in order to kill the zombies. Some talk about butts and farts, more unbridled guffaws. Every parent will face this day. The first day that the kids entertain themselves for a few uninterrupted hours. Parents facing this day blink into the quiet abyss, exchanging confused blinks with one another. And then those parents will return to their doom scrolling, lest the magical moment ends in a flash. This is the first time that we get a break. Newborns are hazards to their own health and can't feed themselves or even sit up straight. They need us for survival. Toddlers' life energy comes to a peak, and it shoots out of their eyes and greasy little fingers every waking minute of every day. They demand attention at every moment. Pre-K power forces you under their intelligent tests of control. Before you know it, you're wiping your 3-year-old's butt because he swears he can't do it by himself, even though he has done it a dozen times this past week. But as soon as the smallest hits pre-K, he's more independent than ever before, the older one even more so. Freedom Day. It first happened to us on a Saturday. This game of let's see how long the kids entertain themselves then rolled into Sunday. In my mind, I shoot 10 years into the future. They're teenagers, but they're zombies. They're zombies because I left them to fend for themselves for a decade with a Nintendo Switch and a Wi-Fi connection and frozen pizza from Trader Joe's. At least it's organic. I approach their adult-sized bodies in a slow-motion haze, the backs of their hoodies wrapped around their heads, a dreamlike fog emanating from the glowing rectangles in the basement. I'm just about to see what must be their black, vacant eyes of teenhood. Then, suddenly, I'm zapped back to midday Sunday. The little one stands in the doorway with his sparkly eyes and alarmingly charismatic smile, taking in the scene of his seated and quiet parents as the video game dopamine clears from his head. Beans emerges too, It's feeding time. We choose yet another frozen pizza, making a mental note to offer them healthier options next week. As the boys give in to their human needs of food and water, we realize that all they really want is us. In nurturing them back from robot children to human children with eye-to-eye communication and interaction, they seek more tickles and wrestling matches and hugs. All the hugs. This weekend showed me that this is a new chapter. The days of them being relentless forces of noise pollution and snack demands are disappearing. In this new chapter, we need to lean into them before they turn into zombie robot teenagers. I'll show up as a good parent this week. I'll offer them trips to the free library, a beach trip on their day off, play dates, museum visits, undistracted playtime, and infinite hugs. You just listened to the post titled, "Video Games Aren't to Blame" by Jenny Lee of HelloBrio.com. And thanks so much to Jenny for this post today. The post that for me offers a lesson that we can all apply in our own ways, parents or not. And that lesson is to remember that there are always easier times to look back on. Our children start to entertain themselves, and we remember how joyous it was when they were toddlers or infants. But in looking ahead and imagining that abyss that very well may be their teenage years, we can appreciate the ease of now, the simplicity of now, and the fact that in many ways we're living in the good old days. And anyone can check in on this during any phase of life. That's the really beautiful part. Well, some parts of life, get less complex with time, and some phases go back and forth between easier and more difficult. The thing is, there are almost always parts of right now that we will really miss. And with how quickly changes happen for parents, it's great to be acutely aware of this when it comes to your children. So, reflect on that, everyone. It's time to get going for now, though. Thank you so much for stopping in today, and if you did like this post, then be sure to come on back tomorrow for another one that is focused on parenting. Hope to see you there, where your optimal life awaits.